Good day, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. I would like to go straight to the point this early morning, because it is in the morning here that I came to make this video. And that point is that I am very, very bitter within my heart for the current happening in Nigeria since the emergence of this present government of Muhammadu Buhari, aka Jubril, from Sudan. Now, I want to use this medium to please beg the whole world to please come to the rescue of Biafrans. Because Nigeria can never be one country. Nigeria can never be a country of peace in lifetime. Nigeria is lawless. It has no justice. A country where law is taken for granted, where law is not obeyed. A country where people fight, where lawyers fight in the court of law. A country where lawyers, even the defendant, everybody, they fight in the presence of judge. A country where some citizens are not subjected to law. A country where there is no human rights. A country that was supposed to be a country of democracy, but automatically turns to a country of tyranny, a country of autocracy. Please, the world, please, I need you people to come to the rescue of Biafra land. Because the things that is going on in Nigeria, the massacre is beyond human comprehension. It's so much outrageous. People are dying every day. It's everywhere. The world cannot tell me that they are not seeing the rates of death in Nigeria. The way they are taking the lives of innocent ones. People who don't know anything. They kill them because there is nobody to defend them. Even those who try to defend them will also be executed and nothing will happen. Then you want us to come as one Nigeria? It can't work. Me personally, I am not in Nigeria anymore. I am a Biafra man. Please, I am begging the world to please come to the rescue of Biafra. Do you know why I brought this topic? Because of this issue of Shiore. That is why I specifically brought this topic now. I'm pointing it to the world to please come and help Biafrans. Let us regain our freedom. At least we fought for this freedom and it's been more than 40 years. We fought for this freedom and by right, they're supposed to give it to us. So what is happening? You don't want us to have peace, yet you don't want to leave us. You don't want us to go? It's barbaric, man. It's absurd. It's inhuman. Look at Omoyole Sowore, an activist of justice who was protesting a day to the day of revolutionary protests that he was supposed to carry on. He was arrested on the 4th of August by the SSS, automatically known as a DSS. DSS, I don't know when it started functioning. It was Buhari that brought that idea of DSS because there was nothing like DSS in Nigeria before. What we know was State Security Service, SSS. Now it becomes DSS, Department of State Security, or what they call it. I don't care to know. Imagine somebody that was arrested on the 4th of August this year, 2019. For what? Because he was raising revolution. That he wants Nigeria to be restructured. He wants Nigeria to be okay. He wants the goodness of Nigerian citizens. He's fighting for everybody in Nigeria. Both the poor, the rich and all. If Nigeria is good today, it's going to be good for everybody. Country of how many years they can't boast of lights. And they call themselves giant of Africa. Weakness of Africa. That is what Nigeria is. Now, as if that wasn't enough, after the arrest of Shiwere on the 4th of August, 2019, the court, he was given the 45 days to be released. They asked him to stay 45 days. Then after 45 days, he was not released. They still kept him in detention. Court gave an order that Shiwere should be released. Court, which is law that's supposed to govern a country, any association, any organization, issued an order that so person under detention should be released. But they fouled the court order. They violated the court order. DSS played damage to it. Because they feel they own Nigeria. A country of democracy that law cannot be obeyed. They left the man, they kept him in detention. He spent 124 days in detention before he was released on the 5th. of this very December that we are, 2019. Then in the morning of it, of the 6th of this very December 2019, which it was yesterday, he was called to court. And in the court there, I don't know what happened, what transpired. They started harassing. The judge who was presiding over the issue adjourned the issue to the 12th of February. Or February, so 12 or 11 or so. I can't remember the date now. The DSS violently in court, in the presence of the judge and DSS. How dare you? In a country of democracy, you brought arms to the courts? And you call Nigeria a country, a working country? You brought arms to the court to arrest somebody who is facing court, facing the law, that the law has already adjourned his issue to next year, February. You want to rearrest him? Okay, rearresting him, fine. It's not a crime. Rearresting him, maybe you feel you people were not convinced, you know, with whatever that made you people to have released in the first place. So for that reason, you want to rearrest him. But do it calmly. Why violence? In the court of law? In the presence of the judge? This totally shows that Nigeria has no atom of respect for the rule of law. This totally shows that Nigeria has no law. This totally shows that Nigeria is a country whereby anybody can just come out and do anyhow because he or she is in power. That is what it is showing us. It's very, very outrageous. And this is what you want we, Biafra, to continue to bear. We can't continue to bear this. So please, the world, we need you people to come to our rescue. We need Biafra. We know Nigeria cannot work because we are tired of dying. Young people are dying every day. The children are dying every day. Many women, pregnant women, are being slaughtered on a daily basis. Manipulations are happening everywhere. Fire manipulation. Tomorrow you will hear that there is a fire, a fuel explosion in Lagos. Next tomorrow you will hear that there is a fuel explosion in Delta State. Next tomorrow, the other one you will hear that there is a fuel explosion in Anambra. The other one you will hear from. Why? All these things, how many times have you heard it happen in the northern area of Nigeria? Because it is the Northerners that are behind all this blue that is happening in Nigeria. And you want us to stay in such country of democracy? What I understand by democracy is that democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Democracy, any country that practices democracy is a country that everybody, every citizen has the right to protest. So long you give the reason of your protests, you have the right to protest without violence. And no law, no force agency will harass you. Look at how the day of revolution now protest. Look at how the boys that were protesting for that revolution now were arrested. Even journalists, a journalist, I was made to understand in law that no matter what, journalists are not to be tampered with. But on that very day, journalists were brutalized. Journalists, they were brutalized. They were given so much cruel treatments. They were harassed, they were humiliated by the so-called government of Nigeria, by the so-called force of Nigeria. Why? We know Nigeria was difficult before, but since the regime of Muhammadu Buhari, aka Jubril from Sudan, Nigeria has become worse. And the world is hearing this. They hear news, they see it in news every day, they know what is happening. Facebook everywhere. Thank God for Facebook that has made everything possible for everybody. Whenever you witness anything that is not okay, you can film it, post it on Facebook. And it is everywhere. The Facebook is pampered with the barbaric things that is happening in Nigeria, to be precise. But the world, they don't want to talk anything about it. Why? Why? Does it mean they enjoy seeing us suffering? Biafra, the fought war for freedom. And according as I have the knowledge of it, that after 40 years of that fight, that Biafra is supposed to regain their freedom. But it is more than 40 years now, and we are fighting for Biafra. For them, instead of them to give us the Biafra, they are killing our people. Look at the other day, they went to kill Obarto and Jafo's family. They killed and brutal people, burnt houses there. What a tyranny. What a cruel treatment. What a humiliation. What a discrimination. What an unfair country. What an injustice being meted upon the Indigbos. Now, I want to say this to every Yoruba, wherever you are, no matter who you are. Listen, you may kill me. He that kills me did not kill me because he's greater than me. Or did not kill me because you will die. You will not die. You understand? You killing me is a merit to me. If you try to kill me, to not do anything to me because I speak the truth, I stand for the justice, my dear, you will die, and you will die a painful death. And before you even succeed to kill me, you will die. before me. I will witness your burial. And I will pay your family condolence visits. Because it is written in the Bible that touch not my anointing and do my prophet no harm. So long I stand for the truth and I speak for the truth, nobody, no man can harm me. Because if you dare, you harm your entire generation. Now, let me say this to every Yoruba people. Yoruba, since in history of Nigeria, Yoruba is the highest weakening tribe in Nigeria. So weak. Look at what they are doing to Shiwere, a court of law. A man who stood for justice, who wants to bring goodness to you people, who want to bring light to your face, who want to make you smile again. He was being brutalized in courts for no reason. A man that has family. Shiwere's children are asking after him. They want to spend the Christmas. Xmas is knocking at the door. They want to spend the Christmas with their father. The children that were happy that their father was released on the 5th of this very month. How would they hear it again that their father has been rearrested again the following morning of the following day? How? Isn't this wickedness? You people in power, don't you feel the pains of the people of Nigeria, the less privileged? You only concerned of your own welfare and your family welfare? That is so bad. That is so evil. It is so evil. This is nonsense. This is, well, please, my word, the word, I want you people to come to the rescue of Nigeria. Because what is happening is so barbaric. It's so barbaric. And in this video, as this video is playing, you people are seeing the pictures. Everything, the harassment, how Shiwere is being harassed. How they harassed him. Does it make sense? And you call Nigeria a country of democracy. Oh shit, man. Hulala. What, oh God, man, I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. You evil leaders, you evil DSS, who are fighting for justice in Nigeria. It will never be well with you all. Look at how lawyers, people that knows law, people that knows law, that knows the consequence of humiliating, torturing somebody outside the law, talk more of inside the law, inside court. Lawyers were harassing, humiliating, slapping their fellow human beings in presence of the judge. The judge herself was even looking for a hiding place. Should, in case the DSS mistakenly pull out bullets so that flying bullet may not come to her. And you call that a country? Please, the world, Nigeria is not working. It is not working. Please, I want everybody to share this video. If you believe in justice, you want Biafra, you want Nigeria to be splitted for good, please, share this video. Share this video so that it can go as far, it can go viral, so that the world will know that we are no more happy that they are keeping quiet to the silent killing of the innocent citizens of Nigeria and the innocent citizens of Biafra land. I rest my case there. You know why? Because Nami be Onyechukwu Meze, who God has made king, he has made him king. You can never kill a king to become a king. Surugede is the dance of the spirits. A child that wants to know the cause of his parents' death must be ready to dance to the tone of Surugede, which is Egudemo in my language. You understand? One love.